Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day. So we had a knife donated for a giveaway. We do giveaways on Friday nights and one of the channel members donated this. And it happens to be one that I've had in my cart I don't know how many times on Amazon and I never got it. Well, now we're going to check it out. I'm not going to disassemble it because this is going to be somebody else's knife. And you ready for it? Here it is. Ooh. Okay, and this is a budget knife. This is the Tunafire. It doesn't have a model number. It doesn't have anything other than it's the Tunafire. And it has a pretty cool looking micarta going on right there. Would you look at it? Just look at it. A little bit of texture vision for you. Now, as far as the texture feel, from 1 to 10, we're right around the 6 range. 10 being really good. We're between 5 and 6. It has good texture. I like the colors. You have the orange pivot collar. The green with the orange pivot collars always look good. And just going down, looks like we have T6s and, probably, I would say that we probably have a D-shaped pivot going on. A D-shaped pivot. What is a D-shaped pivot? Yep, that's a T8 and T6s. Here's your, it is not reversible, but these run like 25 bucks. And I'll put links to all the knives that you see in this short video down in the description, along with maintenance supplies, all my 10% discount codes to all the different places. You can go check those out after the video. But pocket clip, how does that feel? Ooh, feels sturdy. Let's see. How is it in and out of the pocket? Oh, not too shabby. All right, easy to grab out too. Now this is one that, depending on what kind of shape we're looking at, this is a good work knife. You don't have to have deep carry. This is one that's going to be easy in and out of the pocket because you actually have some real estate to grab it. And you'll see, you've already seen what it looks like because I know I always put a clip up there for you. D2 steel going all the way around. It's listed as having cage ceramic ball bearings, which is very nice, very, very nice. All right, let's check out this blade. Are you ready? Pow, right in the kisser. Oh, that's pretty cool. Now, there's two different Tunafires. There's two different style blades, but they're both listed as Tunafire. So I don't know how to differentiate, but I'll put the link to this one down in the description. Now, you could get this green, and then there's black, and then there's like a military green. There's 4 different colors, and they're all micarta, including the black. And this is some good looking micarta. And taking a look at the blade, I'm going to call that a sheep's foot. It's pretty darn close to a sheep's foot, and you know what? The finish looks pretty good. That's not too shabby. Not too shabby. Little stone wash action going on right there. It doesn't have a bunch of branding, which is a major plus. We'll see if this is usable here in just a second. But going all the way down, there's no jimping going on. There's your stop pin. Nice big old stop pin. And on the inside, there's a little bit of milling going on over there and a little bit of milling going on down here. And oh, that's pretty cool. I like the shadow box look. See the liners where you can just barely see them over the scales? That's pretty nice. I like that. Let's see how the edge does right out of the old Boxerooski. Okay, all right. Now, this might be one of those sleeper. I mean, it is shaving. This might be one of those sleeper knives. It comes with a nice sharp edge, so that's a good plus. Tunafire, I don't hear anything about it, but that's why I'm checking it out. I was like, before I give this away, I definitely got to check this out. The finish on it looks really nice. I mean, from one end to the other, it's really clean looking. I mean, it does have some billboarding right there. It'd be a little better if it had a little something up in the corner. I'm not real big on billboarding, but that's not too bad. It's not too hateful. How are we left and right? Left and right from 1 to 100, I'm getting a little bit of jiggle, and I bet you anything that if I tighten it, that's going to go away. We're about a 3 out of 100. Up and down, it's absolutely solid. And what's our lockup look like? Lockup is, I'd say we're right around the 50% mark. And are we centered? It is a little off center. We're definitely headed towards the show side. So you know what? Let's tighten it up real quick and see what happens. All right, I have my little driver here with the T8 in it, a T8 Torx bit. And let's see. Yep, it'll tighten up a little bit. Let's see what happens. Ooh, you know what? It's pretty snappy. Oh, and we have action too. Did it center up? It did not. Let's see what I got here. All right, I got it tightened up. So left and right, there we go. No blade play left and right, nothing up and down. And let's see, did it help our centering? It is still off center. That's not necessarily a bad thing considering the price point. We'll check out the action and the ergos here in just a second. And real quick, in less than 60 seconds, I'm gonna give you the specs. So your total length from tip to tip is 8.13 inches. I'm calling it a sheep's foot blade. Close enough. D2 blade steel with a really nice stone wash. Your total blade length from the scale to the tip is 3.42 inches. Sharpened blade length 3.43 inches. Your blade width is 0.93 inches. Blade stock thickness is 126 thousandths of an inch or 0.126 inches. Your thickness behind the edge, pretty consistent at 20 thousandths of an inch. Really nice micarta for your scales. Your closed width or closed length from tip to tip is 4.74 inches. Handle width is 0.77 inches. Closed width 1.17 inches. Your handle thickness right on the nose at a ½ an inch. It has a front flipper. It says that it has ceramic ball bearings. It's a liner lock. It does not have a reversible pocket clip. The hardware is T8 for the bitty. We have T8 bitty screw. We have a T8 body screw and T6 everywhere else. And this is the Tunafire. I'll guess the weight real quick and then we'll do the action and the ergos. We get to the fun stuff. And if you like my content or you like the knife content, I appreciate a thumbs up. Thank you very much. All right, so you know what? It feels very lightweight. I'm going to go with 3 1/4. Yeah, it's a little over 3. I'm going to go 3 1/4, 3.25. And it is 3.38 ounces. Man, I was pretty close. But you know what? I'll take it. I was getting ahead of myself. Almost forgot. I got to give you guys some size comparisons. And you gals, I love the fact that we have guys and gals on here. A lot of ladies that are knife enthusiasts. That is so awesome. I appreciate it. Everybody that shows up to the live streams. We have a great live stream on Friday nights from 8:15 to 11:15 p.m. Beez Blades live at the Hive. Oh, right. So here's the Civivi Elementum. And you all know what this is if you watch the channel, the QSP Penguin. So let's see if we can narrow it down a little bit. Here's the Kubi Duroc, the Kubi KU332. I really like this one. Short handle, but it's just enough to fit right in my hand. And here's the Spyderco Tenacious, my gateway knife, the knife that got me into this whole thing. And now I think we're going to get closer. Here's the Sativian ST103, one of my faves. And most of these are all budget knives under like 30 and 40 bucks. This one right here, I think these are like 28 bucks. And this is a winner too. And how about the CRKT Overland? I'm not sure the price on this one, but I knew it had the same colors. The green and the orange look really good together. And we'll do 2 more. Another one of my new favorites, the KIZER LP. I love this blade shape. I'm all about it. You know, I love the penguin. I love the sheep's foot style. And last but not least, the petrified fish scholar. Yeah. So if you have any of these knives, let's see, are we pivot to pivot? Pretty much. If you have any of these knives, now you have an idea of the size. Now let's do the action and the ergo. All right, let's check out the action. I've already noticed a couple things, good and nitpicky, that I'll mention here in a second when I wrap this up. How about the old light switch? Oh yeah, pow, right in the kisser. Wait a minute, one more time. Pow, right in the kisser. You know what? It closes pretty well. It felt smoother before I tightened it. I tightened down the pivot. I bet you that if I took it apart and cleaned it and put it back together, that the action would be even better. But the push button, nice and fast. The push button works really well. Yeah, there's no issue with that. Can I use this? Oh, yes, we have another deployment method. Now, using this, there's not a lot of room to, you know, that's one thing I'll mention right now. If this hump was down just this much, you would have more access to this thumb hole. And you'd have can we use it as a thumb hole? You can, but you have to really concentrate. I don't want to have to concentrate to get the meat of my thumb down in the hole. So, I mean, you can do it. And how about reverse flicking down here on the blade? You can. It's a little slow, but there's enough of a ramp right here on this blade. See where, right there where the flat is? There's enough room under there to get your middle finger in there. See, it's not really meant for that. How about my left hand? Ooh, there we go. Easy with my left hand. And yeah, it's not reversible. And how about this pass-through? The pass-through is comfortable. There's not a ton of it. For as far as access to the lock bar, you do have a little bit of jimping right there. It's not aggressive. It's not really serving much of a purpose because it's not grabbing my thumb at all. But I'm not having to dig. You do have to put your finger in there, but I'm not having to dig. So that's not a negative at all. It's really comfortable. And you know, the action is not bad whatsoever. As far as ergos, my hands 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger, 7 1/4. Let's see how it feels. Just regular grip. You know, that's not too bad. That's actually very comfortable. I can barely feel the clip over here. I was wondering how that was going to feel with it sticking kind of towards the sky, but it's low profile. That's very comfortable in the traditional sense. You know, this, I can already tell you, this is a great knife. If you are new into knives or you collect budget knives, I can already tell this is going to be a fun one. This is going to be a nice one to have. It's lightweight. I'm enjoying it. The ergos with my left hand are good. Right hand are good. That's comfortable. How about utility? Look at that. That is a utility blade. I love it when the tip goes right down to the surface. You're going to be able to cut. I love doing those cuts. I like it. It's really snappy. So some highlights, things that I like about it. I do like the color scheme, and I like the other colors too. The military green, man, that one looks really cool. But this orange pivot collar, that's a nice accent. It looks very nice, very, very nice. I like that. I like the micarta. Very impressed with the micarta. It's good stuff. I could go for a reversible pocket clip. That would be something to go for. I like the shadow box look. It looks really nice. It looks nice and clean. There is no sharpening choil at all. So you pretty much on your first sharpening, you're going to meet your plunge grind. So that's neither here nor there when you're talking about a $25, $26 knife. That's not a big deal. The pass-through, it's very good. It works very well. There's no jimping on the top. So if there's no jimping, okay, cool. If you have jimping and there's only this much or it's no good, that's more of a nitpick than not having it. If it's not there, that's totally fine. The ergos are really good on it. I appreciate those. The thumb hole is kind of hard to access or use. You can get the corner of your middle finger right in this spot right here. If you put it down in there, it is a nice, snappy open. And the detent's good. So for 25 bucks, do I think it's worth it? Yeah, absolutely. And you know, this would make a great gift knife. This is one of those knives that you could buy 2 or 3 of, get every version. You know, this is one you get your best friend that's not really into knives, or you get yourself and you lose it, and it's, you know, it's not that big of a deal. But, you know, I'm curious what y'all think about it. There's some of these brands that you never know when you check them out and you're like, hey, that's pretty cool. So this is the Tunafire, as evidenced by the blade. So tell me what you think. You know, if you don't have any thoughts on the knife, that's totally cool. Just say hello. And until I see you in the chats or see you at the live stream, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.